What's going on, guys? This is Aaron with Departures Capital. We're here with Russell Starr, CEO of Trillium Gold. Nice to have you back, Russell. How are you doing today?
Good, man. Always a pleasure. Sorry it took so long. It's been nothing short of chaotic, as we were just talking about over the last few weeks.
Yeah, definitely. So it's nice to have you back. Been a little while since we spoke. Can you give us an update on Trillium Gold and all the things you guys are up to now?
Look, sorry, I was just cleaning my glasses there, but look, things are going really well. I mean, we've embarked on our 50,000 meter drill program. You've seen us press release the Gold Center drill permit. We plan on drilling that shortly. You know, we've obviously got to do our work on targeting and whatnot. Our last drill press release, I think 3 out of 5 holes we hit VG. I can tell you we have a new structural model on Newman Todd that effectively puts this as a very material deposit. We're working on upgrading the 43101. We put that out today, just that there's a brand new sort of structural interpretation, and we're literally 2 or 3 drill holes away from being able to target high grade, which is a big deal as well. So from a corporate perspective, really honestly, Trillium has never been better. The big issue right now, apologies, my phone just went off. The bigger issue here is the gold market. And, you know, you can do everything right, but if the underlying commodity is viewed to be bearish, and I'd still throw this out there to people, 2 years ago, 1720 would have been an incredible price. And as you and I were discussing, the majors are going to, and mid-tiers will be reporting here shortly. And I'm willing to bet that the analysts bump their targets up substantially. I'm guessing record profits across the board. And so we just sit working in what appears to be a commodity boom for everything except for gold, and executing on our business plan and business model.
I think that's great. So can you give us any more updates on your plans for your 2021 drill program?
Yeah, so like I said, brand new model on Newman Todd. You guys can see that on our press release and our presentation. Like I just mentioned, running a fan drill program right now to see if we can actually target the high grade as we believe we can. Obviously, we're now getting access to Rivard, which is that property next to us. We call it part of the Newman Todd project, and it's fantastic. There's high grade gold VG everywhere on that property in quartz veins. And then obviously the big one that I would call sort of the game changer outside of what Newman Todd could become is clearly drilling at Gold Center, which is coming up very, very shortly, and you'll see us press release that. So look, we'll continue to drill. We have to. I mean, we're trying to build a company, and the only way you can do that is by drilling and discovering. We will embark on future M&A opportunities. And, you know, you're seeing great interest in stories like Pure Gold, Great Bear, Battle North, Evolution, who are all our neighbors. We're now literally the largest landholder in Red Lake. Huge opportunity for any investor. But it just seems like people don't care at all about the gold market, which is frustrating.
Yeah, and you guys are trading for around 130, I think now. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Around 130, so even lower than, you know, when your previous talk. So like valuation wise, that, you know, it does look very compelling. So the company also announced the appointment of a senior financial advisor. Can you comment on that?
Yeah, so that's Rohan Hazelton, ex-Goldcorp, CFO of Goldcorp Mexico. As I often say to people, the only way to build a mid-tier or be taken over or be looked at seriously by a major is to act like one. And his appointment is certainly characteristic of us continuing on that trajectory. Boy, I wish we had a better commodity market for gold, and it would look a little bit different. But look, we are embarking on becoming a material player in the gold space. I think we've already established our position in Red Lake as one of the preeminent companies. It's just a matter of continuing to drill gold, get a nice juicy updated resource on Newman Todd, and then obviously if we hit at Gold Center, that's the continuation of one of the largest, highest grade mines in the world, and quite frankly, a game changer.
Yeah, and I definitely think that, like you said, the majors are going to be reporting record profits. You know, hopefully M&A activity can heat up in the smaller cap sector and drive valuations. But it's hard to say, right? Because
Yep.
you need the gold price to, well, I guess you need investors to feel a little more confident in the gold price. Would that be
Yep.
okay? So
I think that's pretty straightforward. But look, the sophisticated investors are on a shopping spree, right? Like the Ross Beatties and Eric Sprotts, and I mean they don't look at 1720 and go, oh geez, I got to get out. They're looking at the economic dynamic that exists in the world today, which is incredibly bullish gold, incredibly bearish the US and the US dollar.
Yeah, exactly. So we were just talking about the gold price, and I wanted to get your thoughts. So we had a really great conversation just a couple of minutes ago. Can we talk again about the gold price and
Yeah.
your thoughts and where it's going from here and why it's been suppressed?
Yeah, no, it is economics kind of 101. The yield, the last treasury offering was very bad, to say the least. They had to offer a much higher interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
And, historically, or at least over the last few years, the Fed has been suppressing the long end of the curve to try to, hide inflation, so to speak, and continue the bid in the equity markets. And this was just a major data point outside of that. People were saying that 1.5% was sort of the back-breaking yield that was going to cause a major sell-off in the U.S. markets, and we were pretty much almost there. And typically, when you see sort of a jump in yields, the first thing to move is often the U.S. dollar, because historically the U.S. dollar has been viewed as a safe haven currency. But that's exactly the opposite of what it is right now. I'd argue it's one of the least safe haven currencies out there, but it's hard to break a trend. And so you just saw this massive cascade in selling in probably the paper market. My understanding is the physical market is still extremely tight in both gold and silver. And you just saw the other day Russia announcing that they've increased yet even more their gold reserves. So my view is that this is a short-term buying opportunity. I say that with a bit of a question mark in my voice, because who knows if it can go much lower. You and I were mentioning 1700, but I'd argue we're almost there already. So we're going to have to see some sort of a move in ETFs or the physical market, or a backing off of yields, or quite frankly, people finally coming to their senses and understanding that 1.9 trillion in fiscal stimulus is not very good for the US dollar. And you'll see the US dollar continue its rapid descent, and hopefully flows of funds will come back into the gold market.
Yeah, that would be great. So what's the one thing you're most excited about for Trillium Gold this year?
Look, we now know Newman Todd is something far more substantial than the market's giving us credit for. So expect something hopefully in the near term on that front. And then, of course, drilling out Gold Center, the continuation of the Red Lake mine. I mean, if we are able to hit, that really is a game changer. We're getting zero value for that. Quite frankly, honestly, I don't even know if people are paying attention to that at all. Clearly, Evolution knows that we're about to embark on it, because literally we're their neighbor. But those would be the two biggest ones. But a third that's a little ways away, but as we've got some warmer weather coming in here, it should translate into slightly warmer weather up in Red Lake as well. Once you see it thaw and dry up a bit, obviously we'll be embarking on a major exploration program on some of those assets that we hold along that Confederation Greenstone belt that Dixie sits on. And any new discovery there could be, translate into magnitudes for the stock price. So there's, let's call it the triple whammy: Newman Todd, Gold Center, and then obviously renewed exploration. It's just in the middle of winter when it's 40 below, you're not going to be sending geos onto the frozen tundra trying to pick up rocks that are covered by snow.
No, exactly. So it'll be an exciting year for you guys. So where should our viewers go for more information on Trillium Gold?
Yeah, so www.trilliumgold.com, and you'll see our deck is right on the front page there. And then obviously, if you just want to Google Trillium Gold, you'll probably get our interview and a bunch of others, but that would be the place I'd go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Russell. We'll definitely be back for more updates, and let's hope we can get, a rally in the gold price.
Fingers crossed, man. Talk to you later.
All right, guys, that wraps up the video. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to say, if you do support me, the channel, and all these videos, then kindly smash that like button along with hitting the subscribe button and the bell for notifications for future videos. I did also want to say, check the disclaimer down below. This video was sponsored by the company that we are talking about today. So check the disclaimer, full disclosure, and we're out of here. Always remember, guys, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.